Hey guys, Mike here from I'm with Physio and Roselle. Welcome to another episode of Friday Night Massage with Mike. It's been a good week for me, fairly busy here at the clinic. I got a lot of questions this week from people asking how often should they get a massage, and that is a very good question. I'd love to see every one of you every day because that holiday in Hawaii doesn't pay for itself, but realistically that's fairly unrealistic. So it really depends on what do you do, how much do you do, and how often do you do it, and have you got any injuries or issues or any specific conditions. My general advice to people that are involved in exercise 2 to 3 times a week, and whatever that is, if that's CrossFit or running or swimming, whatever it is, you want to do some regular maintenance, and it depends on it's a bit of a combination of self-maintenance because you need to look after yourself, to do some stretches, do some foam rolling or whatever you do, and then on top of that, getting a massage, like for those people I would say once every month, once every 6 weeks, to get a bit of a reset on those muscles and look after the body and make sure there no injuries happen, that we make sure everything stays nice and free and the range of motion stays as good as it can be. And then if we look at special conditions or post-injury or post-surgery, you might want to come in more often, like once every 2 weeks, depending on what the problem is, so we can work on it intensely and make sure that you recover quite quickly. But for the general people that do exercise, I would say once every 4 to 6 weeks is a good idea. Of course, it's not a must, and it depends on how much self-management do you do. So if you're very diligent with your rolling, with your stretching, and if you have a good management of your training load, please don't come and see me every week. But if you need help with that, or you're leading up to, let's say you're training for a marathon or for a triathlon or for a different event, fairly regular maintenance is really important, especially if you're going to increase your training load. Because you want to look after your body and make sure that you don't get injured, make sure that you stay on top of those little niggles you might get. For people that are periodizing their programs when they're looking at loading higher and higher and higher for 2 to 3 weeks and having a deload week or an off week where they help their body recover, in that recovery week, it's a really good idea to come in and see me to get the body that reset so you can hit those next 3 weeks and reload the body again to then improve. So it really helps with that quicker recovery and hopefully with a little bit of performance. So it really depends on what you do, how much you do, and how much you enjoy massage. If you want to come in every week and just to relax and to reset, fine by me. But generally you need it depending on your load, once every 2 weeks, once every 4 weeks, once every 6 weeks, but it really depends per person. If you have any questions on that, just shoot me a comment, shoot us an email, and I'm happy to answer anything you want to know. Other than that, guys, have a lovely weekend. I might see some of you on Sunday morning at the Sydney Harbour 10. And if you have questions, come and find me, come have a chat. All right, have a good weekend, guys. Cheers.